Mahatma Gandhi once said that poverty is the greatest violence. I strongly agree, because through my career as a transformational leader and educator, I have come to accept that without money, you cannot pay fees. Without money, you cannot pay medical bills. Without money, you cannot pay rents or build a house. Without money, you cannot buy a car or transport yourself. Without money, you cannot eat good food. Without money, you cannot clothe yourself or buy makeup. Without money, you will not be watching this video because you won't be able to afford the phone or the internet connection. Without money, love is void because you cannot express it through tangible ways. Without money, faith is dead because the accompanying works of faith you won't be able to do. Yes, money is the oxygen of the capitalist economy in which we live. And therefore it is curious that people should go about living life and it is not their priority to understand how to make money, keep money, and grow money. When you say you are educated, sometimes I laugh, because I have been in higher education as a teacher and administrator for 12 years, and I know what the educational system is about. Schools are designed to be a factory for the mass production of the labor force that will keep the economy running. The economy, in its own part, is a matrix that is designed to keep the rich people getting richer while the poor get poorer. Why is it that only 2% of the world's population controls 95% of all the money in the world? Is it because these 2% they are holier than you? No. Is it because they work harder than you? No. Is it because they inherited money? No, not most of the times. Is it because they are more certified than you? No. The difference between rich people and poor people is mastery and practice of the laws of prosperity, which you are ignorant about. And you're ignorant about the laws of prosperity because you were born and raised in a poverty-stricken environment that has crowded your brain with various myths about money. They have so succeeded in conditioning you for poverty that you have actually grown not only to tolerate poverty but to defend poverty. The Godfrey Esoh network is an environment that stimulates the kind of thinking and conversations that you don't have in your homes, in your churches, in your schools, in your workplaces, and in every other place you find yourself. So just being a member of the Godfrey Esoh network is a life-changing environment, because once your mind changes, things around you start changing. What makes Godfrey Esoh network unique? The person behind it, called Godfrey Esoh, was born into a family of 10 in a village called Batu. My father was retired before I was born. My mother was uneducated and unemployed. Growing up as a poor village kid, my ticket to school was the fact that I was always stopping my class. Therefore, my brothers, sisters, friends, neighbors, cousins, aunties, and uncles all sympathized with me, and no one would want to see me rot at home. I was educated through charity, collective effort. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm such a leader. When I wrote the GCE at Government Bilingual High School in Batu, we had no electricity, no laboratories, and no libraries. But I graduated top student in the history of that school as a science student. My older brother, who had just returned from Nigeria and was lecturing in the University of Boya, rewarded me by sending me to Sase College. In Lower Seat, he died. I struggled my way through university, But by the time I graduated as a laboratory scientist, I had discovered the world of books and the power of the imagination. Putting imagination to work, I designed and managed a project at the age of 24 that gave me my first few million francs, which I lost within a year because I had not understood the laws of money. Well, the trial and error and the many failures of my 20s formed the stepping stone to my 30s. By the age of 35, I had risen to the peak of my professional ladder by becoming rector of a polytechnic. 2 years later, I would be sitting in America, publishing books that are selling on Amazon, heading companies that are based in the USA and in Cameroon, coaching people who are thriving in their careers and in their businesses and creating impact around the world, and publishing messages that are touching the lives of millions of people. So yes, I know what it means to be poor, and now I know what it means to be prosperous. By navigating my way from obscurity to prominence, I have gathered those valuable lessons I can now share with you. Because reading books is not enough. Hearing sermons is not enough. Getting certificates in school is not enough. Loading your CV is not enough. You need to be able to see clearly that it is simple, practical lessons, simple, practical ways of doing things that make people rich. It should be your priority to either join the top 2% or swell the 2% to maybe 20%. The world will be a totally different place if you were rich. Yes, you can do more good with money than without it. Don't pretend. You need money. So here we are. Are you going to continue believing in the myths that have kept you in poverty? Or you're going to change those myths and acquire the skills of getting rich and helping other people get rich? The Godfrey Esoh Network is here as a mastermind. There are hundreds of people who want the same thing like you. There are hundreds of people who are willing to share their life stories, shape your life story, help you along the path. Everybody has their own path. What we have in common is the destination. And the power that we are building in this community will serve as a current that will sweep you along your path. Have an open mind, be willing to learn, be willing to share, and you will be amazed at the miracles you will create in your life and in the lives of those you love. I am Godfrey Esoh, welcoming you to the Godfrey Esoh Network.